staff you put together, I know I kind of got it finalized right now. Have you done a lot of work to try and build synergy maybe off the field? Because you got so many people trying to get to know each other for the first time, right? They went to a Pelicans game the other day.
Yeah, certainly. That's a big part of this. Obviously, you're really excited when you get to team up as a group, certainly on the coaching staff, guys who have kind of come from a lot of different spaces around the NFL and college football as well. And so now it's about us just connecting and building that togetherness. And so any chance we get, together, whether it be a workout, whether it be dinner, Pelicans game certainly last week, we'll just keep trying to grab opportunities just as we find situations to do that. And obviously that'll coincide when the players show up as well. So it's a big part of this.
About Chase Hazlitt, just your connection with him? What attracted you to him?
Worked with Chase in Dallas. Phenomenal coach, phenomenal person. Love his energy. He's a really special coach, and so we were fired up to have a chance to get him, put him in the position of the tight end room. I think he's been growing each and every time in the NFL, and so we feel really excited.
Similar question for Joel. Have you worked with him before? Obviously, we're familiar with him here. What drew you to him?
I had never worked with Joel before, but heard so many great things, certainly with his time here. Some of the other connections when he was in college football, relationships are a huge part of this thing, and so as you go through the process, you hear names, more and more, and so Joel's name was one that was very prominent around this whole league. We were fortunate to have an opportunity to bring him back, and the associate head coach role will give him kind of a role where a leadership part of this thing will be really, really important, where he can kind of do some leadership stuff across our entire team.
So it wasn't just an Idaho Vandal quota that you
Trust me, it's a hard thing for me to have 3 Vandals on the staff, so I'm a Boise State guy.
Coach, you talk to the players wherever you've been, and they say that you instill confidence and you take input a lot from the individual players. Where did you get that?
The players ultimately,
way of coaching?
Well, I'm saying the players are ultimately the guys that make plays, and so I think this thing is a collaborative effort. It's a lot of fun. We do it together. Sometimes the point of view of the player is very, very valuable, and it helps us educate ourselves whether we need to teach better, make an adjustment, whatever it may be. And so I think that's the value of this: teaming up with people, doing it the right way, building it together. Certainly in college football, when I was there with Chris Peterson at Boise State, that was a huge example to me, just the leader that he was.
Your coaching staff has a lot of people with ties to both New Orleans and to the entire state of Louisiana. How intentional were you with that regard?
Certainly there's some intention and some value in having guys who've been down here, been in Louisiana, and have exposure to this place, and just the special community that it is. Certainly you could recognize that very quickly. And so, certainly when we had the opportunity to team up with a few guys who've been down here, we were fired up to do it.
And to have a guy like Doug Nussmeier with you, a guy you worked with for the last several years, how beneficial is that relationship?
Yeah, I've been fortunate to team up with Doug now since Dallas, Los Angeles, and Philadelphia. And so, we spent a lot of time together. We speak the same language. We talk the same way. We complement each other. We have different strengths. And so, I think it's a very valuable opportunity for me, especially transitioning to the head coach role. Being able to lean on him with some of the offensive stuff will be hugely valuable.
Yeah, and to have a guy with head coaching experience as your defensive coordinator, too, just kind of what went into that decision as well.
Yeah, certainly a very valuable component. Brandon's been in these shoes. He's been a head coach in this league. He's coordinated some of the top defense in this league as well. And so, his experience, his exposure, I think his ability to play multiple styles will benefit us, our ability to adjust, week in and week out.
You have time for 2 more? Somebody said the Nussmeiers have 2 of the biggest spots in Louisiana football, quarterback down the road and offensive coordinator. What have you observed their relationship as father and son, I guess, over the years and his impact on Garrett?
Yeah, certainly the Nussmeier family is really special to us. Being around Doug for such a long time and watching Garrett go through his high school journey, and Colton's going through his now back in Texas right now. And so, they're special people. They do it the right way. Certainly we've been huge Garrett Nussmeier fans from afar, watching their games for a long time now, especially this past year. And so, for Doug and Garrett to be close by, I think there's no better setting.
And to have another LSU guy on your staff with Bo Davis, what was it about him that really drew you to want to have him on the staff, and how exciting do you think it is to have him here now?
Yeah, big-time coach. Bo's obviously a big-time coach who's done in the NFL, done in the SEC for a long time. We felt like it was just a really, really good opportunity for us to team up with an excellent defensive line coach. And so obviously his exposure to this area obviously is beneficial. A lot of these guys that were going through the draft process, he's been recruiting those guys, or dealing with the transfer portal. He knows all these kids, and so it's going to be a huge benefit for us.
Kellen, when you talk about a mentor like Coach Linehan, talk a little bit about that and what his role and about him and your development, him being a mentor?
Yeah. Scott's gonna be a great addition to our staff. A guy who obviously I've been tied to closely for a long time, just as far as playing in Detroit under him, going to Dallas, and then obviously transitioning to coaching in many ways because of him. And so he's got a lot of experience in this league, a lot of experience in football. We'll be able to lean into that. He'll be able to help us as we build the system, and then obviously help us throughout each and every week with the game plans and some of those different things.
Thank you all.
All right.
Coach.
Thank you.